So someone in the OSP chat today talking about SOUN as a good prospect. It's very bullish. It's probably one of the top momentum movers in the entire market. Very strong. It's got a very high ADR. Very tradable. Wondering where they can enter this thing. And this looks like a really bullish rally. So you might think, okay, I can just hop into it. Little bounce off here, and then I'll just grab it right up top there. There's a couple of issues with that I think right now. Of course, anything could happen, but here's some of the issues. So first of all, it broke through VWAP and then just shredded right through it without confirming it or retested it. It's unlikely to continue higher without actually getting a foothold, because right now the nearest foothold is like it's like a 20 dex level or like this high volume horizontal candle. So really, if you're going to trade this, your upside is who knows, but you have to basically put a stop down there if you're going to day trade that. And that's not a really good place to enter, I don't think. So secondly, if we take a look at some confirmations here, it didn't even confirm yesterday's VWAP. Broke down through it and then back up. To be honest, any anchored VWAP that's above that level, like above this level, probably needs a retest because there's probably still liquidity down there for institutions to pick up. Secondly, this thing's in a compression. You don't know how this D1 candle is going to end. Market's bullish right now, which is good. But usually there's an ebb and flow of relative strengths on stocks. And hopefully this one's coming back into relative strength. I think this one will break out eventually. I just don't think you have to enter it right now. You've got this horizontal line right through here that hasn't been retested. Like basically this thing cranked through a ton of stuff without retesting down here. Next, you have these open interest delta levels. You've got 20, 22, and then the next big one is 25. We're almost at 25. Typically what you see is these things act as resistance and support. When they get to those levels, they usually kind of bounce off them or like hang out around them or like reject off them, etc. We can see that we got 20, but we didn't get 22. So if I want to add up how many levels have not been tested on this thing between the 8 EMA and its current price, it's a lot. It's a ton. Maybe we can go up to here and we can take a look at this and we can see what the 1OP on it is doing. SOUN. Yeah, look at this. Bull cross, bull cross, bull cross, bull cross, rolling over a little bit. Sketchy, I'm not sure. Hasn't really confirmed a bear cross yet, but kind of sketchy too. So personally, I wouldn't enter SOUN here. I would wait for a lot more of this to get tested, like foot held, so that your real support is like somewhere up around here. And then you can take any sort of launch. And what you can do fractally is you can treat this like a D1. And you can just take this wherever the highest point that is and just watch this thing kind of pull back more, create a downsloping trend line, and then, you know, create maybe some higher lows and then reach this anchored VWAP, which might be kind of like right around there or something. And then from there, then you can enter it right through there. And of course, this thing might just keep going and going and going. But more often than not, these types of setups where you just see them shred through a VWAP are total bull traps. And you're either going to have to sit in this thing and eat a big drawdown, because this thing's still really bullish. But you're going to have to sit on a big drawdown, and maybe the amount of time it takes to come back and retest this thing, the market hits all-time high-ish again, and then rolls over, and then you're screwed holding the bag. So timing's very important on this thing. So right now I wouldn't enter SOUN personally.